She's late again. Not wildly, just enough to make sure we all notice. And somehow, it's my fault she hasn't done her work. "10 minutes past the meeting start, she breezes in with her tote bag slung over one shoulder and that frazzled but functional look she's cultivated like a brand. "Sorry, I've just been going through a bit lately," she says, dropping into her seat beside me. No elaboration, just a bit. Someone asks if she's alright. She gives a small shrug and stares into her keep cup like the answer might be floating in the foam. "It's just been intense recently. A lot, you know?" No one pushes. We've all learned not to. The less she says, the harder it is to hold her to anything. She opens her laptop and pretends to catch up. The docs open on the screen, same as yesterday. My sections are there, titled, bulleted, colour-coded. Hers are still marked TBC. Same placeholders, same promises. It's the third time we've had to nudge her on the project timeline. The second time this week. "I meant to get to it," she says, before anyone speaks. "I had a whole thing planned, but then..." She trails off. It doesn't matter how that sentence ends. It's not a reason. It's just a gesture. I nod, politely, and wonder how someone who lives in the abstract always has time for precision when it comes to their socials. By the time she's found the doc in the drive, the meeting's halfway over. She scrolls slowly, like the answers might be hiding between the lines I wrote last Tuesday. "I just haven't had the brain space," she says quietly, like it's a diagnosis. "It's hard to be linear right now." Someone nods sympathetically. Of course they do. No one wants to be the one who challenges the neurodivergent girl trying her best. Not in this climate. I glance at her screen. Still blank. Yesterday's live update vlog was still fresh in my head. 12 minutes of tight editing and curated chaos. She opened with a fake candid shot, sitting sideways on her lounge, messy bun, mug of tea, as if we don't all know she uses a ring light. She said things like, "My brain isn't broken, it just doesn't run on Windows." Then she cut into a perfectly timed zoom into her own eyes as she smiled through tears. Raw. Real. #vulnerable. The comments were a sea of heart emojis and people saying things like, "This is exactly how my brain works too." And maybe it is. Maybe we're all just broken in the same pretty way now. But here, in the real world, with actual deadlines and clients who don't give a shit about mug angles and executive dysfunction, she's still 3 sections behind, and it's my name at the top of the document. "If I had a bit more support," she says, still not looking at anyone in particular, "I think I could get there. It's just, when people are harsh with me, it makes everything harder." There's no accusation in her tone, but the implication lands in my lap like a loaded gun. I smile. Small. Diplomatic. My tongue stays behind my teeth. She hasn't written a word. I already know it before I look at her screen, but I look anyway. I'm still hoping. God knows why. She notices. "I was going to work on it last night," she says, like I've accused her of something. "But things kind of spiraled. I got overwhelmed." There's a pause. She's waiting to see if that's enough. If the word overwhelmed buys her another 24 hours. It almost does. One of the others speaks gently. Sorry to hear that. What happened? Oh, just stuff. Like, there's been a lot happening. Like, personal stuff, executive dysfunction, family stuff. My brain's been like everywhere lately. Everywhere. Stuff. A lot. Nothing specific. Just calibrated emotional fog. Plus, she adds, when people are short with me, it kind of sets off a shutdown spiral. I've really been trying not to mask this week. There's an awkward silence. Someone coughs. Another person nods. Because what else can they do? I say nothing. Again. She turns to me because apparently I'm the problem. I just feel like I'm under so much pressure and I'm trying to show up. I am. But when I'm treated like I'm failing before I even start, it's really hard to get into gear. Does that make sense? It makes sense. It's just not relevant. We just need the section done, I say, carefully. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just the first pass. She gives me that look like I've asked her to write a thesis in blood. It's just not how my brain works, she sighs. You probably don't get it. I blink. Try me. Well, I have to be in a certain mental space. Like I can feel the shape of the thing I want to make, but it's hard to grab it all at once. That's why I can do a 12-minute video no problem, but a structured doc, that's like nearly impossible. There it is. And it hits me. She thinks that's a valid distinction. She believes crafting a vlog, scripted, edited, branded, is intuitive, while outlining deliverables is oppression. She goes again. Not all neurodivergent people are the same. I'm just highly functioning. I nod. No, I know. You managed to finish an MBA in your 20s, while Silas, my high school rival, was still trying to figure out how credit cards worked. He memorized pi to 250 places, but he couldn't pack a bag for camp. He too was neurodivergent. But you're not like that. She blinks. She doesn't know whether I've complimented her or not. I keep going. Your diagnosis doesn't concern me. It's your excuses that are the problem. Someone shifts in their chair. I let it hang for half a second. If you had time to shoot, edit, and upload that 12-minute vlog the other night, 3 camera angles, mid-roll pop-ups, music fades, you've got time to finish your section of the plan. She opens her mouth, but I'm not finished. I'm not saying your brain isn't wired differently. I'm saying you don't get to selectively weaponize it when it's convenient. She goes quiet. Her eyes widen, like she's just witnessed a hate crime in slow motion. Then the breath, sharp, audible, the kind you take right before a monologue. Wow, she says, loud enough for the whole room to hear. Okay, so that's a lot. She starts packing up her things with unnecessary force. Laptop lid slammed shut. Charger wound into a tight coil like it's about to strangle someone. She isn't leaving. Not yet. Just creating a spectacle. Drawing focus. A silent film of the misunderstood. This is honestly triggering, she mutters. I thought this was supposed to be a safe space. I don't even look up. Don't worry, I say casually. You'll process it in tonight's vlog. That freezes her. You can call it when neurodivergence is weaponized against you. Why don't you film it on your phone, in your car? You can wear that black hoodie, no makeup. Just start it with 10 seconds of silence, eyes blinking back tears. Then you'll say you're speaking your truth, even though you've edited it for 3 hours. She just stares at me, not furious, stunned, like I've stolen her script. You've already got the caption half written, I add. Something about how hard it is to show up in corporate spaces when your brain is different. And just remember, Stacey, none of that gets the plan submitted. She opens her mouth again, ready to launch one final volley. Something about being misunderstood, maybe. That I don't know what it's like. I cut her off. This little act you've got going, it's not new to me, I say. I'm a native speaker. You're a tourist. Just take your Dexy, calm down, and do the work like the rest of us do. She falters. Wait, you mean you're... I shrug. Since grade 3, and that's as early as I remember taking pills. She blinks, packs up in silence, and when she leaves, nobody follows. There's an uncomfortable moment of stillness. Then, from across the room, someone mutters, "Do you think she'll still go through with the video tonight?" I don't even look up. What, you mean film it on her phone in her car? Of course she is. I just bloody wrote it out for her. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support helps me create more content just like this. And if you're in the mood for more, check out these videos coming up right here.